ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ವೀಕ್ಷಕರೇ, ಆಲ್ರೌಂಡರ್ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ವಾಗತ. ನಾನು ಶಿವರಂಜನಿ. ಆಲ್ರೌಂಡರ್ ಏನಿದು? ಆಲ್ರೌಂಡರ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಕ್ರಿಕೆಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತಹ ಪದ ಅಂತ ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತು. ಯಾರು ಈ ಆಲ್ರೌಂಡರ್? ನಮ್ಮೊಂದಿಗೆ ಇವತ್ತೊಬ್ಬ ಆಲ್ರೌಂಡರ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾರಿವರು? ಇವರ ಸಾಧನೆಯ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆ ಗುರುತುಗಳನ್ನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ ಇಡಲಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಈಗ ಬ್ರೆಟ್ಲಿ ಯಾರಿವರು ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಪರಿಚಯ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇವರು ಜಗತ್ತಿನ ಒಬ್ಬ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಶ್ರೇಷ್ಠ ಕ್ರಿಕೆಟ್ ಆಟಗಾರ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ಆದರೆ ಇವರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಹಿತಿಗಳು ಅಥವಾ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಹಿತಿಗಳು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ತಿಳಿದಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇವರ ಪರಿಚಯವನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಆಲ್ರೌಂಡರ್ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಟು ದಿ ಶೋ.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಯೋರ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ವಿಸಿಟ್ ಟು Mysore. So how do you feel Mysore and what is your experience in Mysore?
Look, it's a beautiful place. The thing I know about Mysore and noticed straight away is that it's clean, it's not too hot, it doesn't rain all the time.
Fine.
And beautiful people, and it's a lot more chilled out than most other major cities, so it's a great place to visit.
What did you like the most in Mysore?
Probably the different cultures that are down here. As I said, just in terms of how they're so relaxed.
Yeah, okay. So you are a cricketer, but you are into also a music band. You own a music band. So how do you connect the cricket as well as the music?
Well, I've always enjoyed playing sport, but to me, music was my outlet. It was a way for me to express myself, a way for me to get away from sport.
Okay.
And I just love the sound. The reason why we're here because of sound. And I mean, if I didn't have music, I would be absolutely lost. I would be lost.
Okay. So you have a music band. And also, what were you working before you entered cricket?
Well, I've always done cricket from the age of 9. I have worked in menswear and fashion.
Yeah.
For about 20 years as well, whilst I was playing for Australia. So I had other skill sets and everything. I've worked with wood. I've been doing some carpentry work when I was a youngster.
Okay.
But to me, it was always going to be sport. I loved cricket and I wanted to play professional cricket.
Okay. So since when did you develop this interest in cricket? And did you think or did you have any hopes that you would be a greatest cricketer?
About 9, from the age of 9, I told Mum and Dad, I said I want to play cricket for Australia and I want to be the world's fastest bowler from the age of 9. So whatever I did at school, after school, before school, I'd do all my studies, and then as soon as my studies were finished, then it'd be cricket. And it'd be cricket. Because even at the age of 9, I knew when I was older, I was going to play for my country.
Okay. So you have a special love towards India and Indian music. I guess you have also sung with Asha Bhonsle. Have you written this song and you sung with her, and how was it? How did that song go on?
That happened back in, I think it was 2006, and I got to work with Asha G, who's absolute, she's a legend of the industry. She's sung in so many different languages, done so many things through Bollywood. But I wrote the song in 20 minutes. Recorded it with Asha G, and then it went to number 1. So I was like, wow, this is pretty cool.
Okay. Can you sing a bit of the song?
Nah, not today, nah. Ame tumhara hun tumhari hi rahunga.
You work for a cause of Cochlear Implant. So how do you connect cricket as well as this Cochlear?
Well, I've always been passionate about music. I've loved music. It was my outlet away from cricket. So I wanted to do something to do with music, and I saw the work on different places around the world. We're doing music therapy and how it can help people, how it can assist people that are suffering from cancer. Okay. And so I wanted to form my own music therapy centres, which I did. And then the whole thing to do with music, sound, Cochlear, to me it was just a natural fit. So my son had a fall when he was young. Okay. And actually lost hearing in his right ear. So I looked up all the stuff that Cochlear were doing. We formed the partnership, and now I'm the global ambassador for the last 4.5 years. And I've loved every single time I've had the opportunity to work with Cochlear, because they are helping people. And to give the children and the adults a chance to actually hear again is an absolute miracle.
Okay. Since when are you actually associated with Cochlear, and how do you feel about it?
I feel fantastic. It's been 4.5 years since I've been started the association. It's a lot of fun where we go around the world and we see some amazing people. But when you get the chance to actually sit down and see a young child that's born totally deaf, profoundly deaf from the age when they're born, or 1 or 2, whatever it happens, to have the implant done through Cochlear, they see the switch on, and all of a sudden they can hear. I mean, it's a total miracle.
Okay. Have you witnessed any kids who are hearing for the first time after the implant?
Yeah, yeah. Well, as I was just saying, I've been to so many switch-ons.
Okay.
So switch-ons when they actually turn it on for the
You
first
turn
time.
on, yeah.
So I've been
And
to heaps of them, and it's been incredible.
okay, so you have also felt very wonderful when they get to hear for the first time.
Yeah, look, it's a moment in life where you actually appreciate how lucky we are. You and I have got normal hearing. The cameramen here have got probably normal hearing. But a lot of people around the world, not only Indian people or kids, Australian kids, you know, Pakistani kids, you know, might be American kids. It doesn't target any different race of people. It happens all over the world. You know, 466 million people across the world have got some form of hearing loss. So it's our right to help them, and through Cochlear we are making a difference.
Okay, so you are a sports person, you are a globally recognized fast bowler, and you would have any other cause to actually get associated with if you wanted to, really, like any sports cause or anything. But why did you actually get into this Cochlear?
Probably because of what I said about my son, you know, having that injury, having that fall, losing his hearing, but his hearing came back naturally, luckily. And yeah, that was the main reason. I thought, well, I want to do something that's close to my heart. I want something that I'm passionate about, and I'm passionate about, you know, hearing loss and changing that.
Okay, so actually when did that happen? Like when did your son lose his
It's about
hearing?
5 years ago.
4 years ago.
About five years
5
ago.
years ago.
But the good news is his hearing came back naturally without surgery
Okay.
because there was a compressed nerve in his ear. So he's very, very lucky.
Okay, so what do you want to tell the parents of the hearing impaired kids, and you know, any messages to them?
Well, the message would be that if you know anybody, whether it's your child, your son, your daughter, or your auntie or your uncle, whoever it might be, if you know anyone that's suffering from hearing loss, go and see a health professional, go and see a doctor, a hearing specialist that can actually assist. So we need to educate the parents, because the children don't understand that, children don't know. And the first 2 years of a child's life is the most important. That's when the child is learning everything. That's when the brain's it's working the most.
Yeah.
If the kids leave it too late because their parents haven't taken them in to see someone, it damages their chance of having a normal life.
Yeah. So the early detection would be
100%.
helpful to the kids as well.
100%. But what I always say is that every single hospital in India, which is what we're trying to get, should have a universal newborn screening hearing test done.
Yeah.
In Australia, it's mandatory.
Yeah.
Every Australian hospital, when a child's born, they check the colour of the baby in terms of their vital signs, make sure they've got enough blood going through the skin, through the body, through the brain, check the breathing, check their reflexes, check their hearing straight away. In India, they'll check the colour, check the vital signs, check the reflexes, but they don't check the hearing. So they've got to check their hearing. And if the hospital doesn't do it where they should, up to the parents to say, look, I want a universal newborn screening test done.
Okay. So what are the differences as well as similarities that you find in cricket as well as cochlear implant?
Look, I think that, you know, we all appreciate the wonderful sounds of sport. The sound of cricket, the sound of the crowd cheering, the umpire saying out or not out.
Yeah.
You know, the fireworks when they go off, the music at the ground, the kids laughing and chatting.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't have that opportunity, then you won't experience these beautiful sounds. But the children that have been implanted will now live a normal life and will be actually experiencing these wonderful sounds.
How do you think the authorities or the governments governing any countries should get involved with this cochlear to get the hearing back to the children?
Well, the government have been very, very good so far because they have been involved. They've been helping out. They've been providing assistance, been providing financial support in order to get these children a cochlear implant.
Yeah.
But we need more. You know, we need not only more money in order to allow these children to do it, but also to more awareness.
Okay.
So from me being on your, beautiful TV station, and hopefully there's, millions of people watching,
Yeah.
they can tell 10 people each, which then they tell 10 people, and it just builds. And all of a sudden, a lot more people not only in Mumbai and the big cities like Delhi, but around here in the smaller rural cities,
Yeah.
they understand and they know about. So knowledge is the key,
Correct.
and having someone to teach you that, which is my job, to express that, to educate them is where it's at.
Okay. Does Cochlear have any programs or projects to reach the rural parts of India with the cause? You know, because rural parts are the most, attention needed areas.
Yeah, look, we are, and that's the reason why we're doing these interviews, and we've been out to schools. I mean, today across India, we're in 20 odd different newspapers across India. So that's wonderful awareness. And that was from just yesterday. So 20 different papers across this part of the country and through India have got my photo, have got Cochlear, have got the hearing awareness, which is fantastic. So every time we have a chat to someone, every time we speak to the radio station, TV station, that's awareness, that's education, and that's where we need the parents, grandparents and uncles and aunties to listen.
Yeah. As you told, there are millions of people across the world who are not lucky as us to listen, to hear. So what is your messages to them?
Well, yeah, and look, and also here, down in Mysore, 3.25 lakh people are suffering some form of hearing loss. That's what we know about. That's counted. There's probably more that we don't even know about because their parents haven't brought the children forward. But 466 million people across the world, 34 million of those are children. 34 million are children, which is not acceptable. I don't accept that. I won't have that. I want to change that. So once again, people need to understand that it's early detection is the most important thing. Universal newborn screening test will determine if there is a problem. If there is a problem, at least we know about it and we can deal with it.
Yeah.
And where the hearing aids won't fix it, the only option left is to go for a cochlear implant, which will allow the child or the adult, whoever it might be, the chance to hear the wonderful sounds again of life.
Okay. So you are an icon to a lot of people. So what is your inspirational message to the youth of the present generation?
Well, my message is to have fun in life, to treat people with respect. If they're looking at sport, to give it their best shot. If they want to play for India, give it a go. Somebody has to. I get like a lot of children tell me through Australia and India, I want to play for my country, but it's too hard. There's too many people. In Australia, there's 24 million people. I mean, you've got more people in Mumbai than we have in Australia combined. 29 million people in just in Mumbai. 1.25 or 1.3 billion people. But someone has to play for India, so why not be that person? So chase their dreams, have the inspiration, but work hard.
How much do you love cricket as well as how much do you love music?
I love cricket, I love music.
Okay.
I guess I was better at cricket,
Okay.
but I'm passionate about music.
Okay. So what were your struggles as a young cricketer and while you were actually, playing for your country and in those days earlier?
Whether it's off-field stuff, personal life, whether it's on-field stuff. But to me, it was about injury, overcoming injury, being told constantly that I wasn't good enough to play for my country, spending hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of rehabilitation. Thousands of hours. After my 6th ankle surgery, I've had 2 elbow operations. I've broken my back twice. I got bulging discs in my neck. But I found a way to get through it.
Correct.
And I loved it because I never ever give up. So that's
you have even played with all those injuries.
My whole career. I've never played a game where I felt totally injury free. Never.
What would you become if not a cricketer?
I was always going to be a cricketer.
Okay.
There was no other, that was it.
Okay.
I knew.
Okay. So
It's very hard to explain to you,
yeah.
but I knew when I was 9 I was going to be a cricketer. And because I think if you want something, if you're passionate about something, if you love something so much, you become good at it. I love Cochlear, I love helping children. So you become good at what you do because you're passionate about it. It's not just a job. Cricket, to me, wasn't a job. I would have played for free. I wouldn't tell Cricket Australia that. But I would have played for free because I love it. And that's what life's about. So you've got to find something that you're passionate about, something that makes you want to get up in the morning and do something. And to me, that was cricket. So I knew when I was 9, I was going to represent my country.
Okay. Can you tell us your saddest and happiest moment in the cricket?
Well, probably saddest moment would have been the 05 Ashes where we lost at Edgbaston against England. We lost by 2 runs in the Ashes. But that was also one of my happiest games of cricket because you don't need to win or to take 5 wickets or to score 100 to make you feel good. The way it was played, the competitiveness, the spirit in which the game was played, it was like hard cricket. But after the game, straight away, we were arm in arm with our opposition, and that's what life's about.
Why do you love Mysore, and what is it you love the most in Mysore?
The people, yeah. As I said before, the people, the culture.
Okay. Why is it? Why did you get that much of love towards the people and the culture?
Well, it's just a beautiful place. You know, it's not too hot.
Can you tell me one difference between Australia and India?
The sound of the car horns.
Okay.
Hear them?
Yeah.
Everything's noisy in India. Everything is very, very loud, very noisy, which is not good for your hearing.
Okay.
So you need to look after your hearing.
Correct.
The cameraman here needs to look after his hearing and not having things too loud. India's always, Australia's there, India's there in terms of loudness. So loud. The traffic, functions that you go to, they play their music way too loud. So hearing health is very, very important. And you've got to, and the best thing here is the child not to have to go under any opportunity. The child should be born hopefully perfectly normal, but if they're not, that's where we use Cochlear. That's where they have the implant done. But don't get the age of 65 because you've been exposed to loud noises your whole life. So this is last resort, but we're trying to get every single child and person look after hearing.
So, any particular message to Mysoreans?
Thank you for the hospitality. I want to come back again next year and yeah, just make sure that when you understand about hearing health, and if you know someone that is suffering from hearing, go and see a health professional. And if they need it, then they can have the cochlear implant because it will change their life.
Okay. So, how was Cochlear actually got associated with India? What are the different projects as you know?
Well, Cochlear is an Australian company set up by Professor Graham Clark, who was looking after his father because his father lost his hearing. So he developed the implant many, many years ago to try and help his father. We did some wonderful work through Australia, overseas in the States, and then we want to target India because India has got so many people suffering from hearing loss. And me being obviously my passion and love for India, it was a perfect sort of, I guess, marriage between myself and Cochlear to spread awareness and to try and help people, because it's all well and good to have a wonderful product that's going to help people, but if people don't know about it, then what's the point? So we've got the best product in the world, we've got the best way to fix someone's hearing. I can use my profile to actually assist with that. So together we're a great team.
Yeah, good. So you do you wish more youth to actually get into this, get associated with Cochlear so that they can actually spread the message of this, so that there would be no child suffering from deafness?
Yeah, well, it's a cycle. It starts with, I guess, the teenagers telling their parents telling their teenagers, the parents then telling their parents. So when the teenagers then have their children, they understand that there are certain things that can cause deafness and can cause hearing loss through illness, through different drugs that they take which doesn't go well with their body, different cultures that I guess catch up with each other from the same family, which causes, so that's education once again. So it's the young teenagers coming through that will then become parents that will understand. So just try and limit all the causes that cause hearing loss. But if they do it, if they do find that they have a child with hearing loss, because they have early intervention with the universal newborn screening test, then we can deal with it. It's the people that don't know about it that they can't help because they don't know what the problem is.
Okay. You are an internationally appreciated, loved, greatest cricketer. So you are associated with Cochlear, which is working for a cause to make the world, free of any hearing impairment. Hats off to you, sir.
Thank you very much.
So there are many kids who are, who want to become a cricketer. You can find, in India at least, you can find many kids having their bats and, playing on the streets and all. So what is your message to such very passionate kids who love cricket?
Just to chase their dream. Chase their dream. Don't be disheartened when someone says you're not good enough. Chase your dream and back yourself.
ಇದಿಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಡೀಮನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಸ್ಟರ್ ಕ್ರಿಕೆಟರ್ ಬ್ರಿಟ್ ಲೀ ಅವರ ಅಂತರಾಳದ ಮಾತಾಗಿತ್ತು. ನಾವು ಯಾಕೆ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಆಲ್ರೌಂಡರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೆಸರಿಟ್ವಿ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಿಮ್ಗೀಗ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಬ್ರಿಟ್ ಲೀ ಅವರು ಕೇವಲ ಅಂತಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಮಟ್ಟದ ಕ್ರಿಕೆಟಿಗ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅವರು ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕ ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತ, ಹಾಗೆಯೇ ಅವರೊಬ್ಬ ಹಾಡುಗಾರ. ಸಂಗೀತ ಅಂದರೆ ಕೂಡ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಇಷ್ಟವಾದದ್ದು. ಅವರು ಸಂಗೀತದ ಒಂದು ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಕೂಡ ಅವರು ನಡೆಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇವತ್ತಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಅವ್ರು ಹಾಡು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಆಶಾ ಭೋಸ್ಲೆ ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆಲಿ ಹಾಡು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಹಾಗೆ ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕ ಕಾರ್ಯ ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ ಕೋಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಅನ್ನುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ಜೊತೆ ಇವರು ಜೊತೆಗೂಡಿ ಹಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಇಂಪೇರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಥವಾ ಕಿವುಡುತನವನ್ನು ನಿವಾರಿಸುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕ ಕಾರ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಇವರು ತೊಡಗಿಸಿಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇವರಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಅಭಿನಂದನೆಗಳು, ಕೋಟಿ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳು. ಸಿರಿತನದ ಮನೋರಂಜನೆ ಹಾಗೂ ನಿಷ್ಠೆ ನಿಷ್ಠೂರ ನಿರ್ಭೀತ ಸುದ್ದಿಗಾಗಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರಿ ಸಿರಿ ಟಿವಿ.
Cintura sola.